Naomi Suzanne from Naomi's Home Health, natural health coach here. Sorry, that's really annoying me. You see, the lighting isn't very good, but anyway. So, natural health coach. I specialise in thyroid and autoimmune disease, but today I want to talk about toxicity and the truth about commercial perfumes and colognes. So, what I find when we talk about this with clients is that they get a real emotional reaction when I say to them, ask them about cologne. Deodorant's the same, but cologne and perfume, people can give up their deodorant, but they cannot give up their perfume because they love the smell, and it's because our emotional center is directly connected to our memory, and when we smell something, maybe a really close friend gave us this perfume, or your grandmother wore that perfume and it reminds you of her. So that emotional attachment evokes a memory. So this is why sometimes it's really hard for people to give up their perfume. Now, the truth is that it's actually quite toxic, and the reason that they're allowed to be sold is because fragrance companies don't have to legally, they're not required to list their ingredients on the label. So when you pick up a perfume and you look on the back, you will not find the ingredients. So they're undisclosed, and then basically you'll just find the term fragrance. So sometimes they can use over 400 ingredients in and toxic ones in the formula for perfume. So basically what they use is petroleum-based products, acetone. There's a lot of chemicals that, styrene, musk ketone, benzyl acetate, camphor, ethyl acetate, methylene, a lot that have actually been banned even from the FDA, but it's not enforced because on the label you will find it says fragrance. So what happens when we spray chemicals on our body? Generally women put it here. They spray their perfume right here, and men, and that is where your thyroid is. So you're directly spraying it on your thyroid. And how many people have a severe issue with their thyroid? On top of that, you are inhaling it. So you're affecting your emotional center, you're affecting your memory, because that is where your sense of smell goes directly to the emotional center of your brain up here, and that is connected to a memory. So when we smell something like an essential oil, that will evoke the memory in the emotional center, and this is why essential oils work so well with depression, anxiety. But fragrances don't, because our body it doesn't accept it. It's not used to it. It tries to detox it, and it's foreign. So we try and eliminate that smell, that fragrance, or whatever it is, that toxic chemical. So when you walk through a department store and you walk through the scented area, or you go through the fragranced area, the cleaning product area in a supermarket, and you start to sneeze, you might get a headache, your eyes start to water. That's your body saying, I don't like this. Remove yourself from the situation, or remove the product, or remove whatever it is. It's a reaction, a physical reaction to a product. That is because it is a toxic chemical. Now, spraying something on your clothes does not get you out of the toxic environment. What happens is when you smell something, that has to still be detoxed by your body. So when you smell petrol, when you smell any sort of toxic chemical, we know that it's not good for us. Same as perfume. Just smelling it, putting it on your skin, whatever, it still has to be detoxed by your body. And then that goes through the liver, through your bloodstream, through your liver, and your liver has to work really hard to try and detox that out, because it doesn't understand. It's not a natural product. Natural products your body will try and use, but synthetic products your body will not try and use. So it will try and detox it out. So this is why we have reactions to chemicals. And when you are spraying it directly on your thyroid, this is a major issue. So drop it in the comments if you still, love your perfume and you can't get rid of it, your cologne, If you're a guy, or some women wear men's cologne, men wear women's perfume, whatever, drop it in the comments, because you've got a lymphatic system that has to try and get rid of it. You're putting pressure on the lymphatic system. You've got lymph nodes just in here. You've got them under your arms when you spray your deodorant. You've got lymph nodes everywhere. You've got some here. They have to try and work to get rid of these toxic chemicals. You've got lymph nodes up in here as well, so when you're smelling, but it's going to affect your emotional center as well, because this is the limbic system up here. This is where your emotional center is, right in the middle of your brain. So when you smell something, like I said, it's going to go directly up to there. And if it's a chemical, your body's not going to like it. Now, we also, in our nose, we have pheromones, and when we smell, we naturally smell other people. When we are using perfumes, we are blocking our natural scent. So when you are looking for a partner, or you're becoming attracted to someone, you are blocking that natural process by using toxic chemicals and perfumes. Does that make sense? Drop it in the comments if it makes sense, if it's something that you have been unaware of. But it is a really important topic, because the amount of people that find it really difficult to get rid of their perfume or whatever, it's because of your emotional attachment. So these are some of the chemicals. So what can you do to get rid of it? Now, there are many ways you can smell nice. There are natural deodorants. We have essential oil. That's what I use. Essential oils we use in this house. We use them for a couple of different reasons. One, to smell nice. Two, to physically assist our health at a cellular level. So when you use an essential oil, you are, some of them are antibacterial, antifungal. They boost your immune system. That whole emotional response. Citrus oils, flower oils, they help bring up your emotions, reduce anxiety. They support your emotional health and your nervous system. So what else can you use? Rose water. There is non-toxic perfumes. I don't know the names of some of the brands, but you can just Google it. But you make sure you read what ingredients that there are. If there are natural ingredients in them, they should be listed. But if it's just listed as fragrance, then I wouldn't touch it, because it's saying it's just a blanket term. So yeah, there may not be a label on it, because like I said, but if it says fragrance or perfume on the label, then it really has a chemical cocktail in there, probably of 100 ingredients. So look for products that contain recognizable natural ingredients and scent in their products, organic essential oils. But if you are unsure about an ingredient, Google it, look it up. It's really, really important, because our body, our livers are already compromised by many, many toxins throughout the day, and perfume is just adding to that. And I know, people walk past me in the supermarket or out in public, and you get that reaction. You start to think, geez, they've worn too much perfume today. The chemicals are in there to allow the scent to linger, because essential oils are a volatile chemical, meaning you won't smell it for as long. A lot of people do though. Like, they always say to me, I can smell you coming. Like, I don't know why, but that scent is my scent, basically. So those are some of the things that you can do. But yeah, like I said, the chemical is put there to allow the scent to linger, and it will linger because of that. So that's with the petroleum and acetone and things like that. We don't want those things on our body. We don't want them on our clothes. Things that you put on your clothes will seep into your body. They will go through onto your skin. It's really important to be aware of these things for your health, and try and find different ways to remember someone, or why you had that. Maybe your boyfriend gave you, or your husband or your girlfriend gave you that perfume, fragrance, cologne, whatever it is, when you first met. Think of another reason, think of something else. Okay, when we first met, we went to the movie theater. Maybe I'll have that as our beautiful memory for our first date. Not the perfume that they wore. I know when you smell, someone's clothes and you smell that perfume on it, it reminds you of them. But it also is causing your liver to work extra hard, all the areas of your body, your respiratory system. If you have breathing difficulties, fragrances are the worst thing. I do know of people who have come to my essential oil workshops. They've got these breathing difficulties. They cut out fragrances and all of a sudden they don't have breathing difficulties. It might be as much as your carpet deodorizer. It might be the spray in the toilet. It might be that stuff that, some places have, and it spurts out every 20 minutes or whatever they are. Those chemicals, those things are impacting your respiratory system. If you have those in your house anywhere, they can impact your respiratory system. So just removing fragrances from your life can actually have a positive effect on your respiratory system. So your spray deodorants, your non-natural ingredient deodorants, your cologne, your cleaning chemicals, anything with those scents in them can actually affect the respiratory system. So looking at removing those things is going to benefit you. Even if it hasn't fully healed your respiratory system, you will feel a difference. You will notice a difference. So try it. Let me know how long you haven't been using perfume for in the comments. Drop it in the comments if you haven't been using perfume, because I'd love to know. It was one thing that I found difficult to give up, because my favorite perfume was what was it called now? It was a Versace, and my brother gave it to me, and it's my favorite scent. It was like a coconut scent, and I love the scent of coconut. And I had that. I got rid of all the other perfumes, but I had that one sitting there, and I just kept thinking, well, maybe one day. But in the end, I got rid of it, and it's been a blessing. I have many, many ways to, evoke beautiful memories of my brother. My perfume doesn't have to be one of them. So drop it in the comments if you understand what I'm talking about, if it's triggering you, because it triggered me. I know that. Or, yeah, if you have stopped wearing perfume, I'd love to hear about it.